Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl, and I wanted to explore the different writing styles of each member of Tally Hall. The first thing to do is to establish how many songs that appeared on the studio albums were written by each person. There are two songs that are a bit ambiguous in writing credits, so I'm going to explain where I'm placing these as I go. Joe wrote the most songs. I am including Welcome to Tally Hall in his discography because he wrote the music and the basic premise, so his total is 12 songs. Rob was the second most prolific. Light and Night was written by all members except Joe, but I am going to credit this to Rob as I feel with him on vocals he probably took the lead on it. The page on the Hidden in the Sand website also backs this up that Cos Baldwin thought that it was mainly Nelly and Rob. For these purposes, this makes his total of songs 9. Andrew has the least written out of the main writers with 8 songs. Zubin only wrote 2 songs, as we all know, both appearing on Good and Evil. I am going to start the examination of these writing styles starting with Rob. Rob's songs are Greener, Be Born, Just Apathy, Haiku, Never Meant to Know, You and Me, Who You Are, Out in the Twilight, Light and Night. It is hard to say that they require too much examination of the lyrics. Rob's songs in Marvin's Marvellous Mechanical Museum are quite straightforward and not particularly complex, in the way that Joe's and Andrew's are, but they are very cleverly written. Be Born is a song about a subject not most people would think to write about, but it is so charming how he sings about a prenatal infant still in the womb, telling this son how much happier they will be when they are born.
So get out here and see the sun. You're only 6 inches away from becoming one.
Haiku, again, is very clever to effectively fail at the format by 1 syllable each time. And then the actual haiku is the least effort possible.
La da dee diddum, la da da dum do diddle, dum do la dee do.
But at least he wrote one.
I wrote a haiku for you.
He truly does write tunes of How Love Bites. His style seems to change in Good and Evil, and the songs do start to become a little cryptic. These are still songs of love lost and won, but not immediately obvious. Never Meant to Know feels like it is trying to be a bit of Spring in a Storm and Fate of the Stars, but seeing a relationship as something just as significant as the whole world.
It was even, but you breathe and I turn to stone. Everything suddenly looks like a sign. And all the parts combine to one, and all of us around the sun. Everything will fall away to wander from the disarray. See the sun, the shadows cast from all the times I floated past. See the ocean spinning out with all the hope and all the doubt.
You and Me seems to be more insular.
It's just you and me, divine, a circular design.
These are just 2 examples, but Rob's songs do seem to be on the theme of the person that he is singing about being the most special person in the world to him, and he wants to compare their love to the very elements of the earth. Even Greener and Just Apathy put this person on a pedestal, even if the relationship didn't work out. Obviously, the exception is Be Born, so this is why I went with Rob first. He does write banger tunes, but he also wears his heart on his sleeve. Moving on to Zubin, as he only has 2 songs to look at. But these songs are taken from a completely different perspective than expected for such a happy guy. The songs written by Zubin are Cannibal and The Trap. Cannibal is an analogy for a relationship of abuse.
And I am the willing victim of a cannibal.
And he is happy to be in it.
And right when I'm feeling like my blood is drained, she calls it a game. But the wound that she leaves is unmistakable.
Again, it's not too hard to decipher what Zubin is singing about. He's not the first victim of this relationship. He recognises it's not healthy, but he doesn't want to leave. Interestingly, going back to Rob, Going Purple is exactly on the same lines, but it didn't get released on an album and the full version has only recently been uncovered. It would have been perfect for Good and Evil if it was cleaned up a bit. The use of the S word is definitely not fitting with Tally Hall's image. But I wonder if it was written for the album and was decided they were too close, or if he wrote it later. It does feel more like it would be at home on Not a Trampoline, again cleaned up. If you think Cannibal sounds upbeat for such a downer song, it has nothing on Going Purple.
The worse it gets, the better, but it's better than alone. I could take this hell forever, I just can't let you go, 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 go. I go black, I go blue from the way that you do, and I don't really mind going purple.
The trap is very interesting and I still haven't deciphered it yet, but Zubin has said, I wrote it thinking about the natural versus digital world and the ubiquity and inevitability of technology and how it leaves so much to be desired, and also thinking about string theory and generally how science also tends to fall short with regard to what it feels like to exist. Okay, thanks Zubin. We all know about string theory, right guys? It's such a good song and it's fascinating what it is meant to represent. It's also nice to have some sort of explanation for one of the complicated songs. If there had been a third album, I would like to have thought Zubin would have given us more songs with this food for thought. I will talk about Andrew next. 8 songs written, which were Good Day, Taken for a Ride, To Wov, The Whole World and You, Dream, Misery Fell, You, and Fate of the Stars. I think we can say without Good Day, Tally Hall would not have come so much to the public attention, with Andrew entering it in and winning the BMI Foundation's John Lennon Scholarship, and was awarded a $10,000 scholarship. But what is Good Day about? I once saw a comment on the YouTube video that the lyrics sounded like someone had let their autocorrect run riot. And honestly, that's probably close to the truth. This song was written when internet culture was beginning to boom, with MySpace and Facebook starting up, YouTube just a couple of years later. Nokia was also popular. The song is nice to listen to, but it doesn't seem to have any kind of meaning.
But we know that this song is not about to know or yes or why. What's really truly what I say is not about a little sigh. So come along, I think I'm done.
Basically, this song isn't about anything, and it's done. To Wov is Andrew's comedy song. Again, nothing here to look at deeply. He wrote a song about being a creepy stalker and kind of regrets it, even though it is rather popular among the fan community. The Whole World and You are both nice songs that is praising the you the singer refers to. Very clearly, he is in love with this person in both cases. You is written in a much more poetic way than The Whole World and You, which shows again the maturing the band had done between the 2 albums.
It's never fair to say I never care about anything, 'cause I always care about you. There's always something that's worth believing in. Keep uncovering more, the thought is for you.
This leaves us with Andrew's more cryptic songs, which are Taken for a Ride, Misery Fell, and Fate of the Stars. I have discussed my thoughts on Taken for a Ride in a lyrical examination video, and conclude that this is a song about depression and medicating it. I think this is his most lyrically complex song. Misery Fell seems to be about accepting religion over science and the consequences of this, whereas Fate of the Stars questions that which is deemed to be above us. Misery Fell.
This town without love, too much faith in above. Can you feel the force that it brings? Not to worry about things, just the stars in the sky, all enjoying their time with
Fate of the Stars.
So the part where
These are juxtaposed viewpoints. The town in Misery Fell are putting their lives in the hands of religion, whereas the opposing view is that fate dictates our lives in Fate of the Stars. Andrew likes to include messages in the way he writes his songs. He sends warnings that there is more to maintaining the status quo and maybe we should take charge of our lives. I don't think we should leave everything to religion, nor to fate, and I think this is also what Andrew is saying. This video isn't to understand lyrics, however. It is more to explore styles of writing, but it's hard to do that without some understanding. So finally on to Joe, our most prolific and cryptic writer of all the tallies. His 12 songs are Welcome to Tally Hall, The Bidding, Banana Man, Spring in a Storm, Ruler of Everything, Hidden in the Sand, Mucka Blucka, and Sacred Beast, Hymn for a Scarecrow, A Lady, and Turn the Lights Off. Again, I have made videos exploring the lyrics of Spring in a Storm and. Other people have done very good videos on Banana Man, Ruler of Everything, and Hidden in the Sand. Joe definitely likes to write in metaphor. I think the only exceptions to these are Welcome to Tally Hall and Mucka Blucka. But with the latter, he couldn't just write a gangster rap, he had to do it in chicken noises. Because he's Joe Hawley. So my understanding of the songs that need looking at deeper than the surface are The Bidding, different aspects of men that can't get dates for one reason or another. Man 1, a loser that spends all his money getting drunk. And this bit always strikes me as wrong.
I'll try to give you love until the day you drop.
The day you drop. Man 2, a man who will be happy to be treated like dirt. Man 3, a serial dater that gets bored and leaves. Man 4, seems a good prospect, but even he is flawed as he will put a woman on a pedestal rather than treating her as an equal. However, he's the best of a bad bunch and gets sold. Banana Man. Too many different interpretations of this one, but seems to be an analogy for drugs. Spring in a Storm. As per my video, the singer has been suffering from depression and finally felt alive, only to be put down again, and feels the insignificance of humans on this earth. Ruler of Everything, Man versus Time. Hidden in the Sand. People are not always what they seem and will hurt others without realising it.
And you found a little band. You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I planned.
And, as per my video, this is an analogy for nuclear war and the opposing sides. Turn the Lights Off, adolescence to adulthood.
Can't they take it? Should be stronger. Books abandoned.
Sacred Beast, Hymn for a Scarecrow, and A Lady are all songs that I don't have immediate thoughts on and will one day think what they mean to me. However, I've begun to think about the former. But they sell the idea that Joe's lyrics aren't at all straightforward, and a lot of time has been spent thinking about what he is trying to tell us with his words, because they honestly do contain some of the most cryptic lyrics I've ever heard. So whilst Andrew wants to send a message, it is a bit easier to hear it, and maybe half of his songs don't even have a message at all. On the other hand, Joe wants to be really ambiguous as to what he is telling us in each song, and you would be hard-pressed to say he's not trying to tell us anything in any given song, the exceptions being Welcome to Tally Hall and Mucka Blucka. Joe and Rob are so very different in how they write songs, but they still both fit the aesthetic of Tally Hall. I would not enjoy Marvin's quite as much as I do without the songs of both, and they are the natural bookends of this video. I hope you have enjoyed my exploration of how different the writing styles of each member are. To sum it up, Rob is very much about the love songs and putting people on pedestals. Zubin writes about very serious issues in metaphor. Andrew can be serious and giving us messages, but also likes to be whimsical. Joe is the mysterious songwriter that has people debating the meaning of his songs for a long time to come. Andrew and Joe both want to give us different perspectives on different ideas, but each has their own way of doing so. Thanks for watching.